Hi everyone, my name is Kayleigh Danowski. I'm an undergraduate at Brown, double concentrating in psychology and history of art and architecture. My Cogut project, which also serves as my honors thesis in the Department of History of Art and Architecture, is tentatively titled Making Space: Women's Agency and Decorative Arts in Early 20th Century Providence, Rhode Island. My thesis examines the intersections of artistic practices and gender in a time of rapidly increasing industrialization and shifting notions of what it means to be a woman in society. Of particular interest to me is the ways in which women navigated but also pushed the boundaries of gender norms as they carved out space for themselves within the arts, specifically through decorative art and traditional craft. My project focuses on a particular case study of a business founded in 1910 by Marion Perkins, a Providence native. This business, called Tiny Toy, handcrafted dollhouse furniture and dollhouses. Tiny Toy was nationally renowned. It could be found in department stores across the country, and they also accepted private commissions from prominent families like the Rockefellers. And while Tiny Toy was aesthetically pleasing and also exceptionally handcrafted, it was also modeled after period antiques from the RISD Museum here in town and Mount Vernon. So when people purchased Tiny Toy, they weren't just purchasing a toy, they were also gaining an education in quality craftsmanship and design ideals of the period. My thesis situates this case study at the intersection of the arts and crafts movement, late and post-Victorian ideals of femininity, and then also the first wave feminist movement. In regard to the arts and crafts movement, if their primary objective was to educate the public in quality craftsmanship, then I argue that Tiny Toy was among the most effective entities to accomplish this goal. Similarly, with the Victorian ideals of femininity, Tiny Toy was effective at instructing young girls and also women the art of interior design as a domestic duty. But at the same time, I view Marion Perkins as this archetypal character within the first wave feminist movement. She is financially independent, she owns her own business, and she dictates her place in society. And I'm very interested in the way in which she finds personal agency through this traditionally feminine craft, especially in the way that she's making these miniature dollhouse pieces. So my work now is to evaluate these intersections and what I view as the dichotomy between the further marginalization that occurs when one immerses themselves in a feminine domain, such as craft or design, as compared to the agency that's potentially found within these spaces that aren't already occupied by men. I ask the question, what does it mean for one's work to be coded with femininity? What are the consequences of that, positive or negative? And then also more broadly, where does this case study fit into the larger field of art history? And why does somebody like Marion Perkins remain undervalued in this academic field of scholarship?